Hello trader, this is Clemens Benjamin at BenGC Trade Advisor. Today I'm bringing you this tutorial and I'm showing you how to use the DI, the dual impulse indicator that I developed. It's available in Mt5 markets affordably. You can purchase whether pro or beginner trader, you can use it reliably. So the indicator is so great. It shows you signals after systematic analysis, so you don't have to stress with analysis or strain your eyes watching the charts. So the thing is just to watch for the signals, get to know how to use the signals, and this is what I'm here for. So the first thing I'll do is to show you how to add the indicator to your Mt5 chart, assuming that you already know how to open an account and to open Mt5 and some basic controls of it. If you don't know, then go online, YouTube, find a video that explains how to use Mt5, the basics of Mt5. So with the chart open, this is our default chart set to M5 V volatility 50 index from deriv.com. So my market watch chart here, and I have my navigator window here. I like to use this technique when adding an indicator. I go here, indicator, and I choose expand the window, then go on the list. This is where my dual impulse is. Drag and drop to the chart. So before it automatically drops on the chart, it pops a window. This is the window where you can do customization. So let's customize. Everything else common is the name of the indicator, the developer, and the link, the description. Then inputs, you don't have to alter anything, just leave it true. Colors, that's where you might alter depending on the background of your chart. You might choose these colors to be different, but at default we know buy blue then sell red. So it's up to you. You can opt for colors here depending on the background of your chart, so that your signals will be visible. So I don't have any problem with these default colors. I come here where it says width. I want to increase the size to 5, as I know the default size is too small. So go and pick 5. Pick 5 for both buy and sell. Wow, this is great. When done, go and press OK. So automatically you can see my chart is now pegged with signal arrows. Signal arrows. This is how we add the indicator to the main chart. After adding all the indicator and setting up, the other thing you need to know is to enable push notifications so that you can receive these signals on your Mt5 mobile. So to do so, you go to tools, go and select control all options. So this is our options menus. So you can go on at events, make sure enable sound events is activated. Then go to notifications and make sure enable push notifications is activated. When done, make sure Meta Codes ID here is the same as on the phone. So for your own advantage, if you have many phones to connect, I think you can connect up to 5 phones to your Mt5 terminal. This is where you can place a comma and go to your Mt5 of another device and locate where your MetaCode ID is. You can add the value after the comma here, and when done you can put another comma and add more devices up to 6. The last time I checked, it's up to 6, which means you can sell your signals to other MetaCode IDs, to the people you know. About 5 people you can sell your signals. So this is an advantage if you have an ID added here. Then when done, you can send a test notification. It will pop up on your Mt5. When done, press OK. So here in the terminal, there is a pop-up window which normally pops whenever a signal is presented. It pops a notification and a sound as reset sound events, and those are the sounds which will trigger your attention to come and check whether to take the trade or not. Thank you. So to explain how to use, I will go to the next chart, Mt5 1S index, which I have already set and rigged. My background is white, and the illustrations that I have made in red and green, they are just for explanation, so they don't come with the indicator. This I added them manually to make it explainable. So the secret with URL impulse is it presents these signals when a double impulse is presented, and from the indicator back you count 5 candles. Number 1, 2, 3, the greener one, 4, the red one, 5. So the 5th candle backward from the indicator is the candle which marks our starting point of the impulse, and that becomes your stop loss edge. So in this case you can see the red box showing our stop loss gap or our risk gap. Then the candle with an arrow, that where it closes, that becomes your entry, and the open or the range of that candle is your range of entry. You can see a purple line above the signal candle. This is where the maximum where you can place your orders. Then behind, going to the stop loss edge here, this is where you stop if the price retraces and breaks above that first candle. You have to stop. In this scenario, you can see the price is 929.0.43. That's where you would stop. So our trade will move from this level to this level. It will be 1:1, 1:1. But if you choose to go far, since the trend, you can see the trend is going down. The trend is going down. You can see the price has been moving down all the way. So it's convincing that this trade can swing. But however, I recommend you take 1:1. In other scenarios or in other lectures, they tell you have to take 1:1.5 or 1:2. So if you would want to take 2, then maybe you would go an extra gap here. You go an extra gap of the same size. So those rectangles are equal. I used the red one as the reference, our risk. So you see, you could go 2, you could go even 3, 4 and more. And this trade trended, and it trended for a long while. So as a rule of thumb, just know 1:1. Learn to book your profits, learn to close your trades. For a swing trader, you can hold and wait until you begin to see reversal impulses. That's when you close. So our second trade comes here. We have a signal. We have a signal in red here, an arrow, and we count 1 from that signal candle, 2, 3, the greener one, 4, 5. So this was our impulse source, and the market is ready to sell. So above that candle, the highest level, that becomes our stop loss level, and you can see our risky being shed from the close of the signal candle to here. This is your risky. So within the board of signal candle is where you take your trade. So you take your trade as soon as the signal candle close. That's where you take your trade. So this is my range of orders. You put your order here, and the market moved 1:1. 1:1, you can see. Then it retraced and tested the same point again. It didn't go for our stop loss, and it moved. As I said, this was a trend. You can see many more bars going down. The trade was so impulsive in the downward trend. So you can see we had an opportunity to double. We had an opportunity to double. So all the way down. Don't worry about the retracements. If you are a swing trader, you know how to hold, you know how to trail your stop losses and keep your trade moving. So this is all I can say when using this in buy, in sell situations. This is how you do it. Now I can go on and delete everything. Let me delete everything. Go objects listing. Then these all are the things I have added. Press Ctrl A on your laptop, then delete. It will delete every object. Now we are left with a clean chart. These are signals, 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 signal, signal. Now I want to show you where the signals did not work out. And this to teach you how to invalidate a trade. There is a situation here. Our trend is going down. If you know how to use trends, get to learn how to use trends. Most probably, if trends are going down, that's your higher probability of winning. So you would choose trades or signals that come in the direction of the trend. And this is how you see your trend. You see the impulse, the series of red candles going down, and this shows you confident that the price was coming from above. When the indicator paints here, it gives you a strong confidence that you are going down. Even here, you see we are continuing to trade. Now here comes the situation. It worked though, it was a retracement. We don't recommend you to take trades which go against the trend, but it worked though. You can see our signal here and our impulse source. We count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this was our impulse source. So your stop loss risky gap is here up to the close of that signal candle. Then you can see our profit from that entry that I explained before. You just measure your risk. So your profit was supposed to be the close. Here it's 1:1. 1:1. You can change the color of your rectangle properties. Change it using this one. So I just use green to represent profit. So you can see from the entry I have this gap 1:1 and an extra mile, and you will be out. Especially when you are doing counter trend, you have to take 1:1. You can hold and you can put multiple orders when moving trend wise, whereby the other orders you book them on 1-to-1, then the rest you let them flow swing. For retracements, you have to take 1:1 and exit. So again we have a signal of continuation. Let me delete objects again, Control B, or use it manual, Control A. Remove everything. So to remind you, I was right clicking to bring this list to pick objects, or you can use shortcut Control B. As you master the software, you learn to use shortcuts. Now here is situation successful. Again, I'm no longer talking about success. Now let me talk about failures. Here is our failure. This is a signal and it did not prosper. Yes, we were in the trend, it happens. So those are the drawbacks with the indicator. I teach you how to handle failures. Our success rate is so high, failures are few. So here we have a signal and you can see let's draw. This is where it reached the range. This is where it closed. Here, let me zoom. Okay, I zoomed. So our signal is signal candle here. We count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our impulse source is this candle. As I have drawn this line, this is where our stop loss would be at 8850.32. So that would be a stop loss. Your entry would be at 8828.03. This is the close of your signal candle. So you can see the market moved to create the wick of this candle, but then invalidated and developed an impulse in the upward direction. As you can see, our stop loss was hit. So the distribution was supposed to be like this is my risky. So you enter immediately as the signal is presented. So let me bring the property of this rectangle. I want to make it red. Risky. Then I put another rectangle to present how the profit will work. I have to be the same size. So you can see it didn't work. It didn't reach for the profit target. But I know even though it fails, sometimes there will be a slight movement in the favor. So this is it. It didn't produce profit, didn't hit our TP target, which would be somewhere here at the low of our rectangle at 8.04.73. It didn't reach there. So this is how invalid trades work. Your risk is here and you hit your stop loss, you are out. So this is how I want you to invalidate your trades. So by using this indicator closely and taking caution of making sure you set parameters for profit and stop loss, you never go wrong. This is a great discipline I have set for you in this development. We'll keep developing our indicator so that it filters some of these setups which are invalid, but at the meantime it will help you, it will aid you to find entries. You no longer have to stress watching the chart all the time, but you only go to look when the signal is presented. You put your trade. If it invalidates, you are out in a good time. So I recommend you use M5 and M1 for sniper entries. M15 and above, higher time frames, they still present signals, but the retracement and the risks might be too high since there are higher time frames. But if you use M5 and M1, they are reliable for sniper. While the M1 can present too much signals, some of them which are invalid, I encourage M5 because it has some, at least the time is at least compressed from M1 to M5. A time is at a better position. The signals will be few, yet most of them they work. Thank you for watching. Go on and purchase the indicator for yourself. It's amazing. For any stage of trading, beginner or pro, it can help you. For pro traders, it can present signals when your setups are ready. For example, for those who trade patterns, when your pattern is ready, the signals come after the pattern is ready, and you see this kind of signal when the pattern is ready, you just dive into trade and pump as you can. Thank you for watching. Trade reliably, do risk management, do not risk all your money. Always take considerable risky and always play more. Don't risk your capital at once. Present at least 100 trades before you can lose all your money. And I know in doing that you never lose. You make. If you wish to grab our course, you can go to our channels. There are links to our courses in EA development where we can teach you how to develop EA by yourself. There is no need for coding skill. We'll show you how to attack without too much skill in coding.